That moment. Right. That familiar jolt. The quiet hum of the refrigerator suddenly sounding like a freight train. And then, you check the clock. 2 in the morning. Again. It's a feeling many of us know all too well. That frustrating, unwelcome awakening in the dead of night. Leaving you staring at the ceiling, wondering what on earth is going on. You drift off, feeling peaceful, only to be yanked back to full consciousness just a few short hours later. Then lie there, dreading the exhaustion that's sure to hit tomorrow. It's more than just a minor inconvenience. It chips away at your energy, your focus, and your overall sense of well-being. But what if I told you that these persistent 2 a.m. wake-up calls aren't just random occurrences? What if your body is actually trying to send you a very clear message? A secret signal about what's happening inside in this video. We're going to gently peel back the layers of this nocturnal mystery. We'll explore the surprisingly common reasons why your internal clock might be setting an alarm for 2 a.m. And more importantly, we'll look at simple, actionable habits and mindful adjustments you can start making today to reclaim your precious, uninterrupted sleep. You might be amazed at how a few gentle shifts can make all the difference. So, settle in, because what we uncover might just surprise you. And I truly encourage you to watch to the very end for something that will really make you think differently about your sleep. Now, let's really dig into what those consistent 2 a.m. awakenings might be whispering to you. It's easy to just dismiss them as old age or just how things are. But often, our bodies are remarkably good at communicating imbalances if we just learn to listen. One of the most common culprits, especially as we age, can be something as fundamental as our blood sugar levels. Think about it when you eat. Your body processes that food, converting it into glucose for energy. If your blood sugar dips too low in the middle of the night, perhaps because you ate dinner too early, or your last meal was high in refined carbohydrates that caused a rapid spike followed by a crash, your body can interpret that low blood sugar as a stressor. It releases hormones like cortisol and adrenaline, your body's natural wake-up chemicals, to raise blood sugar levels. And bam, you're wide awake, heart sometimes even racing a little, feeling restless. It's your body's protective mechanism kicking in, but it's certainly not ideal for a peaceful night's rest. So, what's a gentle habit we can cultivate to address this? It's not about eating a huge meal right before bed, which can actually cause other issues. Instead, consider a small, balanced evening snack. We're talking something that offers a steady release of energy without overloading your digestive system. A handful of almonds, for instance, provides healthy fats and protein, which slow down sugar absorption. A small apple with a tablespoon of peanut butter, or even a few slices of turkey or a piece of cheese, can be wonderfully effective. The key here is balanced protein, a little healthy fat, and perhaps a complex carbohydrate. This little act of self-care before bed can stabilize your blood sugar throughout the night, preventing those unwelcome dips that trigger your internal alarm system. It's not about stuffing yourself, but giving your body just enough fuel to cruise comfortably until morning. And timing matters too. Try to have this snack about an hour or two before you plan to go to sleep, giving your body a little time to begin processing it. This small shift, seemingly insignificant, can make a monumental difference in the quality of your sleep, helping you glide smoothly through those hours when your blood sugar might otherwise plummet. It's about providing consistent, gentle nourishment to your system, rather than leaving it to fend for itself during the longest fast of the day. Another gentle habit that goes hand in hand with blood sugar regulation is aiming for consistent meal times. And perhaps more importantly, avoiding very late and heavy dinners. Our digestive system has its own rhythm, and it prefers to slow down and wind down as bedtime approaches. Eating a large meal close to when you plan to sleep means your body is still actively engaged in digestion, a complex process that demands a lot of energy and blood flow. This heightened internal activity can make it difficult for your body to fully relax and transition into deep sleep. Imagine trying to fall asleep while your internal engines are still roaring away, breaking down a big steak dinner or a rich pasta dish. It's simply not conducive to restful sleep. Try to finish your main meal at least 3 to 4 hours before you plan to go to bed. This gives your digestive system ample time to do its work without interfering with your sleep cycles. If you find yourself hungry later, that's where our balanced evening snack comes in. It's a delicate dance, but one that your body will thank you for. Beyond blood sugar and digestion, those 2 a.m. awakenings can often be linked to hormonal shifts, which become even more pronounced as we get older. Melatonin, the hormone that signals to your body it's time to sleep, naturally decreases with age. At the same time, our cortisol levels, the stress hormone, can sometimes get out of whack, especially if we're under a lot of stress during the day. Cortisol should naturally be high in the morning to wake us up and gradually decline throughout the day, reaching its lowest point at night. But if your cortisol levels are elevated at night, perhaps due to chronic stress or even an evening stimulus like bright lights or too much screen time, your body stays in a state of heightened alert, making it difficult to maintain sleep, often leading to that familiar 2 a.m. wake-up. This isn't about blaming hormones, but understanding how we can gently support their natural rhythm. One powerful habit to support your body's natural melatonin production and help regulate cortisol is optimizing your evening routine to create a truly sleep-friendly environment. Think of it as a wind-down ritual. Start by dimming the lights in your home a couple of hours before bed. Bright artificial light, especially the blue light emitted from phones, tablets, computers, and even some TVs, can trick your brain into thinking it's still daytime, suppressing melatonin production. Consider using warmer, softer light bulbs in your bedroom and main living areas in the evening. If you absolutely must use screens, blue light blocking glasses can offer some protection. Or utilize night mode settings on your devices. But ideally, unplug entirely. Instead of scrolling through social media or watching a thrilling drama, engage in calming activities, reading a physical book, listening to soft music or a gentle podcast, doing a crossword puzzle, or engaging in a calming hobby can signal to your brain that it's time to shift gears from active day to restful night. This deliberate act of creating a quiet, dim, and relaxing space helps your body naturally ramp up melatonin production, preparing you for a deeper, more sustained sleep, hopefully bypassing that dreaded 2 a.m. jolt. It's about consciously creating an atmosphere of calm and serenity, guiding your body and mind gently towards rest. Now, let's gently move beyond the more physical aspects and acknowledge something that often plays a huge role in those 2 a.m. awakenings: our minds. Stress and anxiety. When the world is quiet and still in the middle of the night, our minds can become incredibly loud. All those worries, the to-do lists, the what-ifs that we manage to push down during the day suddenly rise to the surface when there are no distractions. Our brains, instead of entering a restful state, become highly active, replaying events, planning for the future, or dwelling on anxieties. This mental chatter activates our sympathetic nervous system, our fight or flight response, even if there's no actual physical danger. This surge of internal alert chemicals makes it almost impossible to drift back to sleep once awakened. It's a cruel trick of the mind, isn't it, when we most crave peace? Our thoughts decide to stage a relentless performance. To counter this nocturnal mental activity, cultivating gentle evening de-stressors can be incredibly powerful. This isn't about solving all your life's problems before bed, but about creating a buffer, a gentle transition that signals to your brain that it's safe to relax. Simple, mindful practices can work wonders. Consider incorporating a few minutes of deep breathing exercises into your evening routine. Just 5 minutes of slow, diaphragmatic breathing, inhaling deeply through your nose, feeling your belly rise, holding for a few counts, and then slowly exhaling through your mouth, can activate your parasympathetic nervous system, your body's natural rest and digest mode. This sends a clear signal to your brain and body that it's okay to let go of tension. Another wonderful practice is gentle stretching or a very light yoga session. We're not talking about a vigorous workout here, but simple, soothing stretches that release physical tension, particularly in the neck, shoulders, and hips. Think about how much tension we hold in our bodies throughout the day. Releasing some of that before bed can make a big difference. For those whose minds race with thoughts, a brain dump can be revolutionary. Keep a small notebook and pen by your bedside. If you find your thoughts swirling, take a few minutes to write everything down. Your worries, your to-do list for tomorrow, any lingering thoughts. Just getting them out of your head and onto paper can be incredibly freeing. Allowing your mind to rest instead of feeling like it needs to remember everything. It's like gently emptying a cluttered mental drawer before you try to sleep. And don't forget the power of gratitude. Taking a few moments before bed to reflect on 3 things you're grateful for, no matter how small, can shift your mental state from one of worry to one of peace and contentment. These aren't complicated techniques. They are small, consistent acts of kindness to your own mind, creating a quieter, more welcoming space for sleep to naturally unfold. They serve as a gentle nudge to your brain, reminding it that the day's work is done and it's time for rest. Now, let's consider another angle, one that touches on our internal rhythms and processes, especially for those 2 a.m. awakenings. In some traditional health philosophies, the hours between 1 a.m. and 3 a.m. are associated with the liver and its detoxification processes. While modern medicine might frame this differently, there's a practical truth to it if your liver is working overtime, particularly due to things you've consumed. It can interfere with your sleep. Think about it. Your liver is responsible for metabolizing everything you put into your body. Food, medication, alcohol. If you've had a rich, heavy meal late in the evening, or perhaps indulged in more than a glass or 2 of wine close to bedtime, your liver is intensely active during the night. Breaking down these substances, this metabolic activity can raise your core body temperature and increase your heart rate, keeping your body in a more active state when it should be winding down for restorative sleep. It's not about your liver being bad, but about giving it a little break when it's trying to usher you into deep sleep. So, one crucial habit to support this is mindful evening hydration and, significantly, alcohol consumption. While it might feel relaxing in the short term, alcohol is a known sleep disruptor. It might help you fall asleep initially, but as your body metabolizes it, alcohol fragments sleep, suppresses REM sleep, the most restorative stage, and often leads to awakenings in the latter half of the night, sometimes right around 2 a.m. As your body processes the alcohol and you experience rebound effects. The solution isn't necessarily to cut it out entirely if you enjoy a drink, but to be mindful of quantity and timing. Try to limit alcohol intake in the evenings, and if you do choose to have a drink, do so several hours before bedtime to give your liver ample time to process it. Similarly, while staying hydrated is essential, chugging a large glass of water right before bed can lead to an entirely different kind of 2 a.m. awakening. The need for a bathroom visit. Sip water throughout the day, but taper off your fluid intake in the hour or 2 leading up to bedtime. It's a simple adjustment that can prevent those unwelcome journeys to the bathroom and allow your liver to focus on its natural, unburdened nighttime tasks, promoting a more continuous sleep cycle. Expanding on supporting our liver and overall detoxification processes. Another gentle habit is incorporating certain foods and drinks earlier in the day that naturally support these functions, rather than relying on a detox right before bed. Think about foods rich in antioxidants and fiber, colorful fruits and vegetables, especially leafy greens like kale and spinach, and cruciferous vegetables like broccoli and cauliflower. These foods provide essential nutrients that aid the liver's natural detoxification pathways. Herbal teas like dandelion root tea or milk thistle tea, consumed earlier in the evening or during the day, are often traditionally associated with liver support. It's about a consistent, gentle approach to nutrition that eases the burden on your body's processing centers, rather than a frantic last-minute effort. This isn't about specific liver cleanses, but about a sustained, healthy eating pattern that keeps your systems running smoothly, making it less likely for any organ to overload and disturb your sleep. Finally, we must consider the very environment you sleep in and how your physical comfort can play a significant role in those 2 a.m. wake-ups. Many people over 60 experience increased aches and pains, changes in body temperature regulation, or even a more sensitive bladder. Your sleep environment should be a sanctuary, a haven dedicated to rest. If your bedroom is too warm or too cold, too bright or too noisy, your body will constantly be trying to compensate, making it difficult to achieve or maintain deep sleep. Our core body temperature naturally dips as we prepare for sleep, and a slightly cool bedroom around 18 to 20 degrees Celsius or 65 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit is often ideal for promoting sleep. Investing in blackout curtains can eliminate external light, and a white noise machine or earplugs can drown out distracting sounds. Beyond the external environment, consider your physical comfort. Are your mattress and pillows truly supportive? An old, lumpy mattress or a pillow that doesn't properly support your neck can lead to discomfort, tossing and turning, and waking up with aches that then make it hard to fall back asleep. It might be time to evaluate whether your bedding is working for you or against you. Simple adjustments like using a pillow between your knees if you're a side sleeper, or a small pillow under your lower back if you sleep on your back, can make a world of difference in alleviating pressure points and promoting comfort. And for those midnight trips to the bathroom, while it's often a natural part of aging, consider whether you're drinking too much liquid right before bed. As we discussed, if it's a persistent issue, a chat with your doctor might be helpful to rule out any underlying conditions, but simple adjustments like limiting evening fluids can often provide significant relief. Taking a few moments to ensure your sleeping space is cool, dark, quiet, and physically comfortable is perhaps one of the most overlooked yet effective habits for uninterrupted sleep. It's about creating an inviting cocoon where your body and mind feel safe and supported enough to fully surrender to rest. It's about optimizing every single element of your sleep experience to give yourself the very best chance at a full, restorative night. So, we've explored quite a journey tonight, haven't we? From those frustrating 2 a.m. awakenings to understanding what your body might be trying to tell you, we've gently uncovered how things like fluctuating blood sugar can jolt you awake, and how a simple, balanced evening snack can offer steady fuel for the night. We've looked at the wisdom of consistent mealtimes, giving your digestive system a much-needed break before bed. We talked about those vital hormonal shifts and the power of creating a calming evening routine, dimming the lights, and stepping away from screens to invite melatonin production. We also acknowledge the powerful role of our minds, learning how gentle de-stressors like deep breathing, light stretching, or even a simple brain dump can quiet the mental chatter that often keeps us awake. And we touched upon how mindful evening hydration and limiting alcohol can support your body's natural processes, while creating a truly comfortable, dark, and quiet bedroom sanctuary can make all the difference in achieving peaceful sleep. Remember, this isn't about perfection or making drastic, uncomfortable changes overnight. It's about listening to your body with kindness and curiosity. Each one of these insights and habits offers a gentle nudge towards better sleep, better energy, and a more vibrant you. Even implementing just 1 or 2 of these suggestions consistently can start to shift your nighttime experience from one of frustration to one of deep, restorative rest. Your body is incredibly resilient and responsive, and with a little understanding and care, it's entirely possible to reclaim those peaceful, uninterrupted nights. Don't be discouraged if you don't see immediate results. Consistency and patience are your allies here. Each small step you take is a powerful investment in your health and happiness. We'd love to hear from you. Have you experienced these 2 a.m. awakenings? What insights resonate most with you? Or what gentle habits have you found helpful in your own journey to better sleep? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your wisdom might just be the answer someone else is searching for. If this video brought you any comfort, understanding, or a new idea to try, please do give it a thumbs up. That tells us we're providing valuable content for you. And if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel. We're always here to share more practical tips and encouragement to help you live your best, most vibrant life at every age. Thank you for joining us on this journey to deeper understanding and more peaceful nights. Here's to a future filled with restful sleep and boundless energy. Live your best life at every age.